A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Coleman now. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
That's fine. Hurry up. Yeah.
Rodgers now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Rudolph showing the power, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to the ground. This time Cook fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Yellow, 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 yellow. The hot, ready.
Cousins from the gun on third. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go.
On second down, Cook. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now going to throw again. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Rodgers to throw again. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Rodgers again now. That is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with... Second down, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here we go. Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long for Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people.
So pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, here's Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now Blair Walsh on for a long field goal. He's hit from as far away as 56 in his young career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on a spin. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Cousins on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Mike Daniels forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Vikings on third down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This is Coleman, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Coleman, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they'll run it here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Wide open receiver, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Cousins now sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Diggs. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They go play action here on 1st down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers, throwing again. Throw left side, complete. That's Cole. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. One
of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the ratings go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
All right, now here we go, oh.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Black, you too. 47 to fight, boy, 47. Check.
Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal. Rolled the dice. Didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them. Try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.